People like to hold this line on no snitching, but people pick a side. People pick a
Mm-hmm.
hero. They have a hero, right?
Yeah.
And
And
they,
let's be honest. We're talking about the Chapos, the Mayos, the
yeah,
Vicentes, and so on.
Chapo, Miles, whoever the hat should fit.
Yeah.
If they spoke, if they implicated, if they put somebody in, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that part. They want to hear about y'all ratted. They don't want to hear about them ratted. But to me, it goes to another level. Like I'm hearing these stories and I'm looking at these guys as PDF files. You know what I'm saying? And ex traffickers and
Well,
and I feel like the people that support them don't want to acknowledge that shit or don't care.
yeah. You know what? I think that's a great point. I never like. I think that just goes to you know me and my brother just taking accountability and not making excuses. 'Cause you hear a lot of these people. Even Italian people. Well, no, it's because of this and because of that or whatever. But we never got into the backstories that we were aware of and that we were around when they were doing stuff like that. And there's a lot of backstories. There's a lot of inside information that we had. I used to be shocked.
Mm.
And that being said, if you listen to Oakland Leaks, he's getting into details. Like a lot of those stories. I know probably the other side of them. Sometimes I think that however he gets his information, it's like we would make a great, like collabo, right? Because he has a lot of the other side of the information, right? And then I have the other side.
Mm.
Um, but if you listen to his stories and you talk about, like, just listen to him, just think about what he's saying. Is that how many times they snitch or on their own people to get killed or other
Mm.
situations. Even the meeting they had about how they wanted their sons to cooperate, and turn themselves in. And these are the big drug lords who are telling, who are insisting that their sons go do it. And then later on, all the sons that actually did it and then came home and they're still, making songs about them and stuff like that.
Mm. People don't want to put any smut on the name of their heroes, even if their heroes are doing the same thing that they're talking about somebody else about. And that
Yeah.
doesn't just go with cooperation. It doesn't just go with unaliving people. That goes with ex trafficking. That goes with child abuse. That goes with minors. That goes with chomos and PDF files. That nobody wants. They don't want to hear that part. They don't want to talk
Yeah,
about that
nobody.
part.
Everybody has something to say, but it feels like a shit sandwich, bro. There's like shit in the bottom and shit all the way in the top, and in the middle you got some good people. But it's ridiculous. Like when you see how dirty the game is.
Mm.
If it was sweet, then I would still been on the street, trying to
Mm.
get it. It's hard to walk away from that. I tell them like people don't understand. I'm trying to make 40, $50 million a year plus. Just regular dudes from Chicago getting money like that. Like you don't just walk away because you got scared. You live like that. And like his comment of being weenies, man, then people wish they could cooperate. They invented this shit. They invented it. They play that game every single day and they abuse it. They say there's no rules in love and war. And I really figured when I decided to cooperate and change my life, shit, I thought they'd kill him. You got to get rid of your enemy somehow. The last thing I wanted was living with that thing over my shoulder. That they would find me one day.
Mm.
To me, it would be like it's either me or them. And when people think about that, like, look at the enemies my brother and I have, and then look at yours.
Mm.
You know?
Mm. It's a different story.
Yeah, you feel me? I mean, people like to comment from the outside and wanna say what they would do, and I would do this, and I would do that. But it took a lot of balls to kind of, sit there, wearing a wire on their ass,
Mm.
thinking that this might be the end of them.
Hmm.
But you do what you have to do. Like I said, it was a hard decision to make, and you do what you have to do.
It is what it is.
Now, if people would to say they would take a bullet for someone like Chapo or their hero like that. I mean, I feel bad for them. Like I said, it's sad because they don't know these people the way we got to know them. I'll do it for my own kids though. In a heartbeat, I'll do it for my wife, but not for no suckers.
Right. People talk from places that they can't understand. And it's like you can't tell them nothing about their hero. You know what I'm saying? My hero is clean. You know what I'm saying? They want to free R. Kelly. They want to, you know what I'm saying? Just for what? Is he guilty? If he's guilty, that's where he should be. He should be in the worst place, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, and then that kind of theory that people always put us like in the situation where they think like Chapo came and gave me a bag. Man, shit, he didn't put me on. I put myself on. He wasn't out there in the streets in Chicago getting it or, trying shit, risking my own life, my freedom. He didn't give me shit. We made money together, If they think that at the top it's like that, like people just come and give you some shit, like they're your friends, they're out their mind. They want to use you,
People be saying things like, after all they did for them, after all he did for them, and this is how they pay him back. And I'd be like, but look at all the other shit that was being done. Or they'd be like, look at all the good things they did for those people. And I'm like, do you not understand leverage and power and that's how this shit works and that it's all manipulation, that none of this shit is out of love? It's not out of love, man.
Hell nah. It's not. It's never out of love. I mean, I could say the same thing for my brother and I. Like, I try to be as kind as I could with people. I want to see everybody on top. But at the end of the day, you're making moves to benefit you, And I mean, some of them. I mean, like I said, I have a lot of respect for some of those people that we know, like good people, But the main dudes at the time, man, like I said, man, I'll tell you right now, they're pieces of shit. They ain't doing nothing for you for free. And you do a business transaction with them. It's business. You give them something, they give you something, you give it back. They make, they get something out of it. You get something out of it. Where's the favor at?
There's no, yeah.
Where's the favor? Like, at the end of the day, like, you do inherit their problems and they inherit yours in a way, That's just, like I said, you gotta, oh man, if I could just share like every detail about the life, and open someone's eyes out there that it's all just bullshit, man. And you're just, you get there and you're like, man, like I said, what did I do with my life, That's when the fear hits you, like, what the fuck happened? How am I going to get out of this? Yeah, like I said, all those little dirty shit they be talking about, they would do this and they would do that. Once you start moving up the ladder and then you burn all the bridges, you got enemies behind you. Like, what do you do when your enemies are in your face? Like, when you ain't got nobody to speak up for you. Or the dudes you burn on the street because you were trying to be a bother, now, has a gun over your head. And I say my brother and I always try to, do the right thing by everybody. And I think that's what helped us, get to where we were at. But I even question that sometimes,
That if the good the good deeds were even part of the crime?
Yeah. Like, man, it's just, I mean, obviously they were, but like my own mindset at the time, I thought doing the right thing was always going to get you the right thing. You feel me? And in that game, it just doesn't work that way.